Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the BS podcast. I am Miasma, and today I got a very special guest, my good friend J Chip from the J Chip Show. How are you doing, man?
Yes, yes, that is me. I am J Chip of the J Chip Show. Well, how's it going? I'm doing just great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. J Chip's
That's
got a
good.
great channel where he also does anime reviews and he plays Danganronpa, and I'm sure maybe other games, and he knows a lot about wrestling and Resident Evil.
Yep,
Uh,
yep,
you know, he's a cool dude, and
yeah,
he wanted to talk to me today about collecting anime and collecting manga and collecting, I think, in general. And I think
yeah.
it's a cool topic, and it's I've only been collecting for like a couple years now. But I mean, even before then, it was like a habit that I had, which I guess we can get into. But uh, how long have like you collected Blu-rays or DVDs or even manga or anime or anything of like that?
So my first manga collection was just the Shonen Jumps that you would find at a library.
Yep, same with
But
me.
when I first started my collection, I was a junior in high school, so that would have been like 4 years ago.
Um,
It, and I always had anime DVDs of just random episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh, but I've never had a complete series until I found Baki the Grappler for like $20.
oh wow, yeah. You always remember what the first one is.
Oh yeah.
You definitely do. For me, it was. This is complicated, actually. So technically, the first anime I ever owned was half of Princess Mononoke
Okay.
because I was in college and we went to where I went to college. There used to be I think it's still there, but there's a store called That's Entertainment, and it's like nerd heaven in there. They got
Okay.
like Magic cards, they got Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Pokemon. They have every like TCG like known to man, and then some. And then like retro video games. You could buy like an N64 there. Like you could buy like just everything. They have plushes. They have and then anime and manga as well. And then I
That's pretty
remember,
cool.
yeah, and that was actually at a time in my life where I wasn't watching as much anime because when I was in college, I that was kind of like a gap where I didn't really watch. And then we walked by this like glass container that had a bunch of figures, and then among them was like a couple DVDs, and one of them was Princess Mononoke, not even on Blu-ray, just on DVD. And me and a friend of mine in college wanted it, but we didn't have that much money, so we went
Yeah.
halvesies on it. And it wasn't even that expensive, I don't think. But we went halves on it, and so we were like, all right, whatever. I'll watch it, and then you watch it, and whatever. So then we just watched it at school, and then I held on to the DVD, and then she just like never asked for it. Uh, and it's funny because I just went to Anime Boston. She was
Oh
in
yeah.
my group that went to the con, and we brought it up for like the first time in like a while. I'm like, I totally stole Princess Mononoke, and she thought it was looking funny. So
So
technically, that I guess.
so I gotta ask, how do you get half of a movie for Princess Mononoke?
Well, I mean, it was. I mean, I watched the whole thing, and I
Yeah.
still own the whole thing. We didn't rip it in half, but I just own it. I just have it now, and she, I guess, just paid for nothing besides a single
Okay.
viewing experience. And I guess it's funny. I mean, if she ever wants it, she could just take it back. But I'm gonna want that back eventually. But no,
Yeah.
who's kidding? She's never gonna get it. Yeah, so I have that, and then technically, a little after college, I had bought. It was two things. It was two save editions. It was Shiki
Okay.
and Welcome to the NHK, both from
I
FYE.
Those are some pretty good shows.
Yeah. And I think one of them I had seen before. I don't remember. Maybe not. But I know one of them was a blind buy, and then it was really cool. Shiki I had seen. Welcome to the NHK I had
Yeah.
not. Shiki I had seen, and it was they're both really really good shows. And so yeah, that was cool. And then that spawned. That was only like a couple years ago. I think that was like 2015. And then ever since then, I
Okay.
have this I have it set as the background for this podcast so that people can see
Yeah.
my semi organized It's organized up to a certain point, and then you got like random Pokemon video games in there, and very random volumes of Shaman King, because I was gonna read Shaman King.
I mean, hey, Shaman King's awesome. Like,
it's all right. I read volume 1.
I mean, I haven't read anything or like watched anything recently, but back when I was a kid, that theme song just brings me back.
Yeah, I can see that. I thought I would be way more into it than I am. So I read volume 1. I'm probably gonna read the rest of what I have, but I don't think I'm gonna buy anymore. I don't know. There's other manga that have really enticed me. Maybe I'll watch the show at some point.
Yeah.
But,
the show is just cheesy fun.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. But yeah, and over the years, it's become like this. And then even before this, like I was really into Yu-Gi-Oh, so I collected a whole bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Pokemon cards too. So I've always liked collecting stuff. Even I'm a big hockey fan too, and I would go to hockey games with my dad, and you could buy individual pucks that have the team logos on them, and I would try and get like all the ones like in the league. Like I would try, and so I've always been collecting stuff, and now, I buy these outdated DVDs and Blu-rays when I could just download shows on my computer, but I don't.
Yeah, but like there's a little bit of a fun like going and trying to find an anime out there in the wild, or just like picking it up on Amazon.
Yeah.
Like there's a bit more fun to that than just like saying, hey, I'm gonna download this and just risk getting a virus.
Oh yeah, no thanks. I don't want the viruses. And it is the journey. That's one of my favorite parts of going to conventions, is that I love the dealer's room, mostly because I could try and find like rare stuff. Like I have the copy of Mermaid Forest. You can't get that currently on Amazon, and which is pretty cool. It was $100, but it was the only one I've seen, so I picked that up, and now I know next year I'm probably gonna go up to the same dude, and he's not gonna have that, and he has all this like older stuff. So I could like live the rest of my life. I could tell my great grandchildren on my deathbed that I have a copy of Mermaid Forest. They're gonna be like, "What is that? What's a DVD?" We're just downloading stuff into our brains now.
It's like, what's this? What's a disc? We don't use discs anymore.
I remember floppy disks, dude.
Oh yeah, floppy disks were the.
I'm old enough to have book reports from grade school on a floppy disk. I am. It was toward the end of the era, but my first book reports were on a floppy disk when I was very, very young, and now that's just absurd to think about.
Could you imagine somebody trying to download the entire series of Inuyasha on a floppy disk, and just how many floppy disks that would like take up?
You would need a many floppy disk, because I don't even remember how much they hold. Oh, I have some. Hold on, 1.44 megabytes.
Oh God!
So
that's going to be like an episode of like, maybe not even just a full episode.
It's like the OP.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's pretty great. Oh my God.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's people that collect those things now.
Oh, there's probably tons of people that just like collect floppy disks.
Oh yeah, there's old retro stuff.
There's gotta be.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
So basically, for my journey of anime, so I always liked anime, but I never like sicked my teeth into the medium like I did back when I was a junior. Because it was just some random day where it was just like, you know what? I need to watch anime. I'm gonna flip on Toonami. I'm gonna like find whatever show is gonna catch my interest. And just so happened, like an episode of Soul Eater like pops up, and I'm like, yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And so like, I watched the complete series on Netflix, and then my sister buys me the complete series on DVD for my like senior year present or whatever.
Nice.
So like, I was like.
Did you watch it again?
After that? Oh yeah, I watched it like 3 or 4 times.
Oh, nice.
It's such a cool show.
Soul Eater's so good. I hate when people tell me that it's shit compared to the manga, because I don't necessarily care. I mean, I'm sure the manga is good. I've already read like what's different, because I literally Googled one day like what is different about it. So now I know, and it doesn't really bother me because the show's really good.
Yeah, I mean like people can't just accept the product for what it is.
Yeah, I know. People just get mad.
It's kind of like those people that are like, Full Metal Alchemist 2003 sucks because Brotherhood's out, and like
Yeah.
you can still enjoy Brotherhood. You can. You're just complaining because it's not a faithful adaptation.
Yeah. The like I always say this, like watch all of FMA. The original is good, and I remember like I mean I feel weird saying this, but like back when the original FMA was out, I knew nothing about the manga. And there was a certain like point toward the end of it where I was like, this show's getting really weird and I like it less. And then like I remember it being like that for the rest of it, and then I hated the ending. I do not like the ending of the first one blows. And then the movie isn't great either. It's all right. And then I was like, all right, well that's how that ended, I guess. And I'm an Inuyasha fan, and if you know anything about the original like ending of Inuyasha, then like it's all right. I could deal with like endings that don't go anywhere. And then I was like, all right, I guess that's just how my life is. And then I didn't watch Brotherhood for years. And then then I got back into anime, and I watched like Shiki and Welcome to the NHK, and Tokyo Ghoul was actually the first thing I watched when I came back, but we'll get to that. And then I watched those shows, and then I was like, everyone talks about this Brotherhood thing, and then I learned that it was the actual like adaptation, like close to the adaptation. And then I was like, all right, whatever. And then I fucking binged the shit out of it, and it was great. And then now I own both, and I have the manga too, but I haven't read any of the manga. It's kind of just been. I think I might have read the first volume, but. I got to be really motivated to read.
I barely read manga. Like my manga collection is like your manga collection will be like you're just a terrible manga collector if it was like looking at my manga collection, because all I got is just like random first volumes of different like shows I like Hunter x Hunter, Yu Yu Hakusho. I do have Defrag though. I have the first 4 volumes of Defrag. I've never seen a show, but I like the manga.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Well, that's fine. I have I have some complete stuff, but like I also still have I have 5 volumes of Shaman King. I have a couple. I have the first 4 of Attack on Titan, and I don't even like Attack on Titan. I have Dimension W Volume 1, and then I have Platinum End, the first 2 volumes. Like I have stuff that I should have just tried to read online, and then if I liked it, buy it in paper form. But no, I bought it. Which also, it's a segment that I kind of want to do on this channel. I want to talk about manga more, and I kind of want to get the first volumes of things and see if they're worth it. But manga's also expensive, especially in relation to anime.
It is, but even though it's expensive, I do like when mangas are in this big box, like the Full Metal Alchemist box set. Yeah. It's expensive, but it's worth it, I think, because you're getting the entire series for $130. That's not a bad deal.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Especially if you're like, you know what, I'm gonna buy every single volume individually. That's gonna be more than buying this box set.
Yeah, and I like the Vizbigs too.
Oh yeah, but a series that I was in love with, and then I found out that the manga continues the story was Watamote, and then I started collecting the manga, and I just got lazy, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna read it online. So I just got the first 2 volumes, which is okay because I love Watamote.
Same here. And I have the first 9. I think I've only read 6, but
the manga is so good though.
The manga is so good. I'm going to make a video about I have a future segment. It's going to be called Anime versus Manga, where it's going to be shows where I've finished both, but I don't know if that is ever going to come into fruition. So this might all be bullshit.
No, I don't. I don't think Watamote is ever going to get finished in recent time.
It won't. But mostly because while I like the anime, the manga is so much better because it's just Watamote the show feels, as much as I like it, it feels really boring at times, and the manga doesn't, because the manga is paced so much better, and you can just and it's the way I like to describe it is it's kind of like a Sunday newspaper comic, because the chapters are so short, and it's just Tomoko tries this and then it fails and it's funny, and then she tries this and it fails again, and then whereas the show you had to sit there for 20 minutes while she kind of tried maybe 1 or 2 things, and it wasn't paced as well. And
Yeah.
while I liked it, and its OP is great.
Oh yeah, fantastic.
I liked it. Go manga. Like if you're interested at all in Watamote, I would say go. I mean, you could check out the anime. It's not very long, but go manga first, because then I mean, and it's still being released in English too. So you
Watamote is still like being released for like new chapters, so you're never gonna get bored with Watamote.
Yeah.
But I feel like the anime is just like a 12-episode commercial for the manga. It's like, hey, watch this and then read the manga.
Yeah, for sure.
It's kind of like Umaru-chan or whatever that show's called, because
Umaru. Yeah,
Himoto Umaru-chan.
Yeah,
I hate that shit. That shit doesn't. That's horrible.
I haven't seen anything. I just know it exists.
So basically, like, to put it in simpler terms, is that Umaru-chan is a product show like Watamote is, except for Umaru-chan is an annoying little bitch, and I just want to slap her, but I can't do that because like she's drawing.
Yeah.
But that also brings up to my next point. Like, what are some shows that like you bought and you're like, oh yeah, this is gonna be great, and all of a sudden you're just like, this is the worst.
Oh,
we all have that.
Yeah. Off the top of my head, Trinity Blood. Because and it was also expensive. Like relatively, because like at that point I was like used to buying save editions. It was one of the first ones that I bought. Probably like the first like 8 or 10. And then I bought it, and it was a save edition. It was like $45 or something. And then I had seen episode 1 on Adult Swim a long time ago, and I was like, episode 1, because episode 1 Trinity Blood's pretty good. And then
it's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, and then like I was like, this is gonna be cool. And then I watched it, and it was everything I hated about Trigun reborn. And then like it was with just a vampire guy. Like it's just, and it's not even like. And it's really boring, and it's just like, and so I was like, wow, I guess I own this forever.
I mean, I was in the same situation because I bought Trinity Blood at a pawn store for like $30.
Yeah,
and the box looked really cool. It was like this special edition. It had like cover arts and all that stuff, and I was just like, why am I buying something to make me fall asleep?
Yeah,
because like I can't get past like the first 2 discs, so I eventually sold it. So it's gone and it's purged from my house forever.
Nice. I should try selling it. I haven't sold anything from this yet. I don't know if anybody's gonna want it.
I mean, if you bundle all your crap, you might get a good fortune out of it.
That's true, but
or like a pawn store or something.
That's the rare. I don't have many things that I've bought and really not liked. I've been like kind of lucky. I'm not that into Shakugan no Shana season 3.
Yeah.
I wasn't that big a fan, and that might have been just because I feel like Shana went on too long in general. But like in season 3, I mean, I don't want to spoil people, but like characters in season 3 behave in weird ways that bothered me. And I guess I'll leave it at that. Like the main guy behaves in a way in season 3 that I did not like, and then it just kind of spiraled from there. But at least it had like an ending. So that's something I own that I'm never gonna watch again. But
also, like, you look at that and it's like, you know, I had the first 2 seasons. It would be incomplete if I didn't have the 3rd season. Yes. Even though it's still shit, because like, if you look at my Blu-ray collection, I have like everything Shakugan no Shana, mainly because like the first season was so good, and I need everything. I need it, and like season 2 was better than season 1, arguably. But like season 3 was just a drag, and the movie is not that great, and the OVA was alright.
Yeah, I've only seen the anime, like just
but there's other shit in my Blu-ray collection. Like you'll see Penny and Stocking with Garter Belt.
God.
That was obviously a younger J-Chip show.
You know who did that?
Yeah.
Technically, I think back then it was Gainax. But
Gainax did it.
Director named Hiroyuki Imaishi, who I guess I just promote on my channel more so than I want. A person who I hate. I like Fooly Cooley though. I guess I think he worked on that.
Yeah, Fully Cooley is good.
like
Gainax
Fooly
did
Cooley.
Neon Genesis Evangelion, which
Oh, I
I
love
think
that
that's
too.
their
Yeah,
that's their best work, really.
yeah. I don't like Gurren Lagann. I didn't finish it. I guess what I saw I didn't like. So,
The problem with me and Gainax stuff is that Gainax is way too expensive because like trying to buy Kill la Kill was just like it's unaffordable. I don't want to buy $100 volumes of like Blu-rays of shows that I'm not going to watch.
Shaft
Like,
does that too.
Yeah, Shaft is at a complete different like level than Gainax or Trigger.
Yeah, because Shaft
Then again,
seems to sell it like Japan sells it in just these 4
yeah,
episode things.
but then again, that's Aniplex in general.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
Aniplex is just like they're bastards.
I own 2. I have 2 Aniplex things, and then soon to be 3. Sadly, because I just want to. I have March Comes in Like a Lion season 1 part 1, and then like season 1 part 2 just came out recently. But they're both like $120 or $130 for just part of the season, which is annoying. But they are semi cool box sets. Like it's got like some art in there and stuff like that. And then I guess technically the other one I sort of cheated on this, but I have Durarara season 1, but it's an import. It's not the American. What's it called?
American localization.
The American Aniplex, but it's the Japanese Aniplex. But they have the dub on the audio track. You just have to switch it in Japanese.
That's
menus.
not that bad.
And it's all region. Like I was scared of I made an unboxing video on this channel, and what you don't get is the feeling, because I opened it immediately when I got it. What you don't get is on the other side of that camera, I am worried beyond belief that I'm not going to be able to watch it because it's an import and I don't have an all region. I just have an Xbox to watch it on. So I was like, all right, am I going to be able to watch this? I was like, whatever. I'll just make the video. If I can't watch it, I'll just never bring it up again. So that as the video was uploading, I threw it in, and then all the DVDs, all the menus are in Japanese. And so I just had to navigate toward whatever settings would be, and I switched it over to English, and I was able to do that. And so
that's good.
I have that for season 1. Durarara season 2 is a much harder thing because I'm just not going to be able to do that because it's in 6 separate Blu-ray sets that are all like $80 a pop.
You're gonna have to be like really lucky, like when you go to a garage sale and you see it in like some old lady's attic for like $2.
Yeah, because some old lady's gonna have that. By the way,
you never know. I mean, there could be that. Like, yeah, my grandson left for college and he left all of his cartoons.
If my grandmother ever did that. We're gonna be that generation. We're gonna have like when we have grandchildren, we're gonna be like, I have a copy of Neon Genesis Evangelion. They're gonna be like, what? Like it used to be worth a lot of money.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like one of those old people that is like, I still have Penny and Stocking with Garter Belt.
Yeah. So what is, if you remember, what's like the most expensive? I guess it doesn't have to be anime because I also have a friend that collects like wrestling figures.
Okay.
And those could be really expensive. I'm sure you know because you like. I don't like wrestling. Yeah. He does, but like
I don't collect wrestling figures. But I do know how expensive it can be.
He has a ton, and he just like but he collects it, and I'm like, but that's cool. I'm into collecting. I'm not into wrestling, but I respect that. That's cool, and it's just those are really expensive. So in terms of anything you've collected, what's like a pricey thing that you've gotten or really
probably the most priciest thing I have is Higurashi no Nakakaro ni.
Oh, okay.
I got the complete series. It doesn't have the box, so the value probably dropped, but I found it for $12 at like a pawn store, and I looked up online because I have no idea what the show was, and it's like $181 brand new, and I'm just like, shit.
Wow.
I got a good deal, but other than that, like as for video games, I got a sealed copy of Final Fantasy VIII, Black Label, which that can get really expensive. That can go into the 300 range, and I was able to get it for $40. I'm fine with paying $40 for a brand new PS1 game, especially a Final Fantasy VIII.
Oh yeah, dude, definitely. That's really
Other
cool.
than other than that, like I don't keep too much like tabs on prices of my collection because I plan on like keeping everything. But the most expensive thing I've ever bought in one go was $200, and that was for Shakugan no Shana Season 1, 2, and 3, as well as like some like other stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Uh, in terms of haul, mine would definitely. I don't remember what the total was. I'd have to look it up. But for Christmas one year, I think it was. It might have been. It was either last Christmas or the Christmas before. I tried to do this big haul on YouTube, and it was. I had used like all the gift cards, family members, and like basically all of my Christmas income went to buying manga and anime. I want to say it was probably like 300.
Yeah.
And then it was just kind of like a random assortment of stuff. But I would say the thing I hold the most value with is, well, Mermaid Forest is kind of up there, but it's kind of a mass show. So, Neon Genesis Evangelion, I have everything. So I have I don't have the platinum box set, which is super expensive.
Yeah.
I have the black and red Nerve box set, and then I have the End of Eva, the Follow-It movie, and then I have all of the Rebuild films. The only thing I don't have Death and Rebirth, but that's like a shitty movie that no one likes. So I don't have that. But technically, I got everything else. And back then, Ava was, I mean, I'm sure it's kind of expensive now, but it's been out of print forever, so that was really expensive. And then End of Ava, just the movie, was like $100.
Oh yeah. But by the way, if you ever are like, you know what, fuck anime, I'm gonna burn it all. You know, you could send that Evangelion my way because I'll get a great one.
I'll keep that in mind. If I ever just stop caring entirely. I mean, you could have Trinity Blood. You can have 2 copies. I know you lost yours, so you can get a new copy if you want.
I mean, hey, maybe it might be better if I give it a second try. I'm not a big drinker, but like, if I ever was, I'd probably be able to get through that show like hammered.
Just every time you nod off to sleep, take a shot.
Yeah.
Oh, that show, like, it's such a... If you, like, describe the premise, it sounds insane, but
I can't even describe it.
Really boring. It's like a dude he's a vampire that eats vampires, which should be badass. And it is sometimes, but the majority of the time he's like a blumbering idiot, and then he works for like the church, and they like hunt like vampires, and that's it. And it's really boring.
It's a very episodic show because like one episode they'll be in a blimp, and the other episode they'll be in a church, and there's obviously a Terminator ripoff character. Yes. I do remember him.
Yeah, he's voiced by Chris Sabat as
well. Which I want to say is sad because the dub for Trinity Blood is good from what I heard.
It's like, pretty good.
Gozo did an alright job for animating it.
Yeah, it has Chris Sabat. It has Greg Ayers as the Pope, which is cool. There's like a kid Pope who's like 7, and he's like crying all the time because there's like vampires eating people, and I'm like, why is the 7-year-old the Pope?
Exactly.
But oh my god,
that's just like, and the fact that Greg Ayers is playing a Pope is just
it's
that's
pretty
just
funny.
Yeah.
I also have, I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but I have gotten this recently when I started watching Chobits. I had put this so high up in my collection because I found a Geneon edition of Chobits, so an old company that no longer prints no longer is out of business, and I got that at an FYE sale. It was buy one get one for $1, so I bought some show, and then I got Chobits for $1, and it's been sitting on my shelf. Well, yeah, but it's been sitting on my shelf forever. And then a couple weeks ago, I was really, really sick, and I knew I was just gonna be in front of my TV, so I was like, what haven't I watched on my shelf yet? And Chobits has literally been sitting there like a middle finger forever. and it's this kind of big box, and then so I take it out, and then I notice inside there's only a couple discs, and I was like, wait a minute, I know this isn't only 12 episodes, and so I Wikipedia it, and it's like 24 or 26. And then I look at the set, and it doesn't. It says it like on the back in like really small writing that it's episodes 1 through 12. I had thought, and this is for like I've had that over a year. I just thought I had Chobits like in my back pocket, and technically, and then I watched the first 12, and I haven't watched any since because I would just watch them online. But it's not a terrible show by any means. But I was sick, and on top of that. Like, it made it harder to enjoy it because I was, like, sitting there sick, and I'm like, this is cool and all, but I can't finish it.
I do remember I do know people that remember the days of, like, getting a box set, like this giant box set, and you only get one disc, and then you have to buy the individual volumes to fill in that box. I'm so glad we're not in that nowadays.
Yep. Like...
I mean, I know Attack on Titan did that with their limited edition Blu-rays, but like, no, we're not buying like volumes anymore. We're just buying like complete series and like parts of series.
Yeah, there's less box sets nowadays, like in general. Like everything is kind of just this like standard Blu-ray normal package. Once in a while, you'll see like an obscure show that'll get like a cool box set, but then sometimes they'll make it like crazy expensive. And then, like, there's really good shows that nobody talks about, like Jormungand, that just have, just this Blu-ray set, which is cool and all. I guess I have one more cool story about a box set. So my Tokyo Ghoul one is the first, like, collector's edition I ever bought. And I got it because I was super into it back then. This was like 2014 or whatever when that came out. So this is when I was just getting back into anime. And I loved Tokyo Ghoul then. At that point, they were in Route A, and I had just finished Season 1. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to get this. I noticed that they had the DVD and Blu-ray coming out, and I was like, I'm going to get the cool collector's edition. So I ordered that, and back then that was like probably like $100 or maybe like around $100, maybe a little more. Yeah. And then I was like, this is on. I used to have I had an old YouTube channel that's still online. The All American Critic. If you want your eyes to hurt, you can watch that. But
you really should have kept that name, the All American Critic.
Well, I used to watch Black Critic Guy a lot, and then I thought I was like, and then I also wanted to do normal movies, so I was like, I'm gonna critique stuff, and then I've always done sports, so I liked like All American. I wanted to be like the sporty nerd guy, and so I thought it matched, and then it just, and then so I got that, and I got it a day early. Amazon shipped it to me a day early, so I was like, I gotta make a video of this. So then I made my sister. I don't have like a tripod. Any unboxing that you've seen me do, it's either me sort of holding the camera or I drag my family members into it. So that one is my younger sister holding the camera while I open Tokyo Ghoul, and a day early. And then I guess I'm gonna break the fourth wall here, because some people have noticed, others don't. When I'm opening it, I ripped it.
Oh, ripped
the top. There's like it's a square. It's a square box with like the characters' faces on the outside, and then that's a sleeve that comes up. And the sleeve, when I went to pull the plastic originally, I pulled it too wide, and the part of the sleeve ripped a little bit. And I, even while doing the video, like I quickly like pushed that like to the side. And then I kept doing the unboxing, and one kid commented it, and I was so scared that I was gonna get made fun of on the internet that I deleted his comment. I deleted his comment, and then he was the only one to notice that at least take the time to comment it. But it had like, that's probably my most viewed video. It had like I think like a couple thousand views. Nice. And then and it mostly because I got it a day. One kid actually commented that Like, he was like, "How did you get it a day early?" or something. Like, so he was like, he thought I had like stolen it off some warehouse truck or something. But yeah, that's the Tokyo Ghoul. And then nowadays, I don't care about Tokyo Ghoul anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know. Maybe there will be one day that like you're just like, you know what? I'm gonna buy Tokyo Ghoul Route A special edition. It's probably like $800 now or whatever.
I have Route
I'm
A.
gonna do and I'm gonna like. I know you have Route A, but like for some reason you like Route A so much that you just want to get the special edition.
Yeah.
And by the way, that I find it absurd and funny how like a big box like Tokyo Ghoul has,
Yeah.
but it's such a short show.
Yep. There's only 12 episodes in that whole box. It has like art cards and it has some stuff, unlike some like the Now and Then Here and There box doesn't really have anything in it besides the DVDs, but it's a rare show and it's a show nobody talks about and it's really good. So I didn't mind buying that box. Mermaid Forest box doesn't have anything besides the DVDs. Yeah. At least like they tried a little bit with that, and they gave you like some art things, but
yeah. If I know your dad's a fan of this, but if you ever decide to go get the Death Note Omega collection, that's a really cool like limited edition.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of that.
Like it comes with the prototype manga that was gonna be Death Note before Death Note.
That's really cool. I have the manga box set, but I haven't read any of it.
I kind of feel ashamed because like that's the only series. Like I have Cowboy Bebop, Dragon Ball, like the usual stuff that everyone loves, but I don't have Death Note, and I don't know why. That needs to change.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I have the old ass DVD thing.
Yeah, I found that at Walmart, and I was just like, do I really want to pay $30 for this?
Yes.
Yeah. Or do I want to like save money and get the $50 like Blu-ray collector's edition?
Yes.
or do I get
both?
Yeah, or I get both, and I'm just like, yeah, I have both, and that's actually funny because I have the DVD copy and the Blu-ray copy of Fruits Basket, and I'm proud to say that.
Oh wow! I don't have besides some of them nowadays come with DVD and Blu-ray in it. Those would be the only ones that I have like both of. Sometimes I'll go cheap, like Ghost in the Shell I have on DVD just to save money, and Bebop I did that too. I kind of wish I did Blu-ray Bebop, but like Ghost in the Shell I distinctly clicked on DVD because it was like $5 cheaper.
I mean, sometimes you just don't need the Blu-ray. Like it's okay just to have a DVD.
Yeah,
and like you're good because like
really not like that. Like somebody's gonna like comment on this now. They'd be like, "You don't understand the resolution differences involved." No, I get it. It looks better, but like it's not like that. Especially like on the TV. If I watch TV, especially like with my dad, it's like it's a living room television. It's like you're really far away from the screen, so like you're not gonna like. It's not like I'm watching on like my monitor where I can like easily like, tell like, oh, this looks a lot better than this. Yeah, I don't know. It's not something I care about, but
it's no big deal. Sometimes it's cheaper to go DVD anyway.
Yes, yeah. And then, money is a thing, and collecting is hard on a budget.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess, long story short, I like I'm going to keep collecting anime. I don't know how much longer it's going to be a thing, because pirating exists. But, I'm sure it's definitely not going to become a cheaper hobby, but I want to get more into manga. I'm like a fledgling manga fan, because most of the time I like anime better, but... slowly but surely, I'll add to that collection too.
So previously, I remember when I was big into getting every single like pay-per-view from like wrestling.
Yeah.
And I got a lot of wrestling pay-per-views, and then WWE is like, we're going to announce the WWE Network. So
now they have everything.
Yeah, it's everything, literally, and it's just like.
Isn't it free for like a month?
If you're a new subscriber, it's free. Which, like, that's a great deal because you're getting everything for free. And I'm just like, I spent so much money on this entire collection. If I just waited, I would have gotten everything for free.
Wow.
And so, like, eventually I just sold, like, my wrestling collection for the network. And I know that's like, why would you do that? Well, I mean, it's space issue because like with collecting, not only are you worried about your financial issues because probably everyone deals with that, but also the space is an issue.
Yeah.
Because like, I don't know how many times I got to reorganize just to like fit like Black Lagoon box set somewhere.
Which is a cool looking box set.
It is, but like
Really
it's so annoying because like I can't put it on a shelf like aside from my other Blu-rays.
At least it's not darker than black. Have you ever seen the collector's edition for that?
No, but isn't it like just like a little thin piece of like plastic?
Yeah, it's supposed to be a file that you're like a secret agent, but like the thing, I guess it like doesn't hold the disc properly. So
Oof.
I think once you open it, like it'll like the disc like will just flop all over the place.
Oh god.
And it's
I
really
remember
shitty.
I remember when Soul Eater put out their like yearbook collection, and it's just a book with like your discs and it's like the size of a yearbook. I don't want that. Like I just want sometimes it's okay to be simple. Like,
Yes,
if you want to give me a book, that'd be great, but I don't want to put my discs in a yearbook.
That's true. That's true.
But also, like,
oh, go ahead.
sometimes being simple is a bad thing because, like, with the Fruits Basket Blu-ray, I got the Sweet 16th edition, and it comes with art cards, but it's not in the box. It's like a separate thing. So, like, I got to put my art cards somewhere while I like display the box set, and that's annoying because, like, can't you just like make a little bit of space to put those art cards in? Like,
Yeah.
they did the same thing with Code Geass with their limited edition.
Oh yeah. Everything. I always have the standard Blu-rays for all these.
Yeah. And of course, when Yu Yu Hakusho comes out with its new Blu-rays, I just gotta pick that up.
Is that getting a new set? That's kind of interesting.
Yep. It's getting a new set. It's gonna be the complete series on Blu-ray with the new OVAs.
Well, you got to get Legend of the Galactic Heroes, the $800 edition.
Oh, of course. I just gotta get that.
$800.
I mean, I could see some people being like, "Yeah, that's a great deal," but back in 2016, when I first heard about the Berserk 2016 box sets and how much they were going to be, first off, they were going to split it up into 6 episodes each, and each one were going to cost you $222, and I'm just like, no sane person's going to buy that unless they need everything Berserk. Fuck off.
Which some people do.
Yeah, which I mean. I don't know anybody. I don't know why you would want to buy Berserk 2016, but whatever.
That's true. All right. On that note, I'm gonna cut this here. J-Chip, it was great having you.
Yeah.
We'll definitely have you back. We'll talk about some more Japanese cartoon things in the future.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Yeah, we'll definitely show how weeaboo we are.
Yes. And how we're trash. And anime was a mistake, and so are we.
Yeah.
Like again, guys, check out the J-Chip show. It's pretty awesome. He reviews anime and stuff. And if you like Danganronpa, check that out. I even watched it, and it made me want to watch the anime. Which I don't know if that's gonna be a good thing or a bad thing.
Also, I just want to say that one day. Gyro Media is going to blow up, and it's going to be in like the 10,000 range. So if you decide to like watch this video in the past, come by over, come say hi.
Yeah, let's see what we're doing. Like 40 years from now, when we're telling our grandchildren about how Trigun sucks, and then you can be like, oh hey, you guys were in that podcast that one time. But
yeah, that one time, and like somebody's going to look at this and be like, you know what? I'm going to watch this in 20 years.
That's true. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next time.